It is being recorded. That's right. A very warm welcome to everyone who is joining us for our information session about Apex Social. And I'm very, very happy to tell you a little bit more about our program and how everything works. Today, we will mainly talk about how you, as an occupational therapist, can gain more paid professional experience in the United States or Australia using your qualifications. And our mission is to make the world a little bit more inclusive. And today, I would like to invite you to reflect on whether you would like to join us in this mission and perhaps contribute to it together with us. Let's go over our agenda real quick. We will talk about what Apex Social is, why you should become an Apex Care professional. Then I will show you one of our employers, a host family. Then I will show you the placement locations. Then we talk about the community. And in the end, we will talk about the program benefits and what's included. First of all, I have a little questionnaire for you. It's just a couple questions. If you ever thought about going abroad or moving to a different state, what your fear is, what can be the advantages of it. If you are joining us with the mobile phone, I will send the link for the questionnaire in the chat. Hold on one second. So you can just open it up on your computer, on your phone while you're in the meeting. Please let me know if that works. Is it working? Yes, it's working. Perfect. Then I will give you a couple seconds to fill it out. While you're still filling out the last informations of the questionnaire, I will move forward and introduce myself. My name is Anja. I'm an occupational therapist from Germany, and I was a care professional from 2022 to 2024 in Wilton, Connecticut, and I took care of a girl with Rett syndrome. And I have some pictures of my time here in the United States. This is one of the pictures where I went to a soccer game in an American football stadium. And US played against Germany. And I can tell you guys, that was one of my favorite experience. Because obviously Germany won, luckily. But the other thing was, it was an American football stadium, and I know that your national sport is football and not soccer. So it was an amazing experience for me. And I met so many people from Germany, but also from America. It was a lot of fun. This is a picture with my little host child. Back then, he was 6 years old. Now he's already 10 years old. We went together with my host family to Disney World, to Florida, and had an amazing time over there. He's a neurotypical child, so he doesn't have any special needs. And for me as an OT, it was very interesting to see how, as a sibling, it is to have a sibling with special needs and how they see the world in a different way because of their sibling with special needs. And that teach me also a lot. Till now, it is impressive, like how much money he wants to raise for Rett syndrome. And every time at Christmas, he writes down on his letter to Santa, I want Rett syndrome to go away so my sister can have a normal life. And it's heartbreaking, but it's also so interesting to see how inclusive he already is with his 6 years old. So yeah, it was very amazing to experience that and to live with them together. This is a picture of me in New York because I was in Connecticut. Obviously, I went many times to New York and I visited the famous Christmas tree, which was an amazing trip. And I was so impressed how beautiful everything is decorated. I really, really enjoyed that. This is now a picture of my host child. This is Maggie. She is now 15 years old, and as I said, she has Rett syndrome. This is a neurological disorder, and the kids usually develop normally, like until the first 2 years, I would say, of life. And then it depends a little bit on the person, obviously, but and then they start to lose skills. So with 15 years old, she can still walk, but not so far and good as we can do it. And she cannot use her hands because she has repetitive hand movement and she cannot like tell her muscles what to do. It's very hard for her to have that motor planning and to, yeah, how should I describe it? That like you want to grab a glass of water, and for her it's a huge thing to tell. I mean, she knows it in her brain, but to tell a muscle in her hand to move forward to grab the cup of water, right? So yeah, she needs support in her everyday life, even, yeah, in the bathroom, getting dressed. She cannot feed herself, so I supported her while she was eating meals. On top of that, she had a lot of seizures and breath-holding attacks and hyperventilation. So she needs to be always monitored, and somebody needs to be close by to be sure that she's taking another breath and not holding her breath too long. Luckily, now the medicine is working, so she's much better now. Yeah, she has a couple seizures sometimes. She cannot talk. She uses an eye gaze computer for her to communicate. So that was for me as an OT also a whole new thing. But it was amazing to see her talking with her eyes and yeah, communicating in a different way. And I learned a lot about that computer. And in her head, she is pretty normal, like a 15 years old. So we did a lot of cool stuff. Like, for example, here in the picture, we went to eat ice cream. We went to Taylor Swift concerts. We went to a spa day. We went to Starbucks, obviously. So yeah, for me, she is like a little sister. And I really, really enjoyed my time with her. Yeah, but that could be some of your host kids with, yeah, all kind of different special needs. This is a picture from me at the surf outing in San Clemente, California. Louisa, Stephanie, and I just came back from California last week, 2 weeks ago. We had our surf outing again, and it's very, very nice because you meet all of the care professionals from America in one place, and you guys can have just a great time. We did s'mores. You have a surfing lesson. We did like a line dance class, a little gala. So it was so much fun. It's definitely an event you should look forward to when you come abroad as a care professional. And this is one picture of me after the New York City half marathon, which I actually run. It was pretty hard. Like the preparation for it was very tough, motivational wise, but I was so proud of myself that I did it. And yeah, I can just, remind you guys there's so much more you can do. And I mostly did it for my host child because she cannot run. So I said, okay, I want to do it and I want to raise money for it. Yeah, it was really an incredible experience, but it was also very exhausting. Great. So far, everything about me. Let's have a look at your answers. Did some of you fill it out? Unfortunately, I cannot see the answers, of course. Let me see. Did some of you fill it out? Can you just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down? You fill it out. Okay, maybe I can share the screen with the questions and you guys can answer now with the microphone on. Maybe that will work better. Brianna, do you want to start? Did you already thought about going abroad and moving to another state?
Yes.
Yes, you did. Great. And do you have any concerns?
Really just the moving process, I feel like, and then maybe like the expense of relocating.
Hmm. And what do you think are the advantages?
Well, I mean, like you said, it's all these great experiences in a new place. I think that's the biggest advantage. I'm really into traveling and stuff, so I think I really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
amazing. Thank you. Sarah, did you fill it out as well?
Yes, I did.
Okay, do you want to tell me? I'm sorry that it's not working that way. I wanted to show you the answers, but you can tell me also your answers. Did you thought about moving to another state yet?
Yes, I have.
Hmm.
And my concerns were like how much this company supports you, like as you're working with a child, and like what does that kind of look like? Because I feel like it can be kind of overwhelming to be with a family for a long time, and like what that kind of looks like.
Hmm.
Um, and obviously all the new experiences. It's always super exciting when you go to a new place and you kind of get to delve in and see all these new things.
Totally. I agree. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate. So I can tell you that all of us had those thoughts and okay, how I mean, for us as Germans, it's even a little bit, of a bigger step to come from Germany to the US and just live with a family you just met, I don't know, on Zoom. But I can tell you that all those doubts, I had a lot of doubts, and I was like, "Oof, can I make it? I will be homesick. How much will it cost?" But I looked into the program and noticed more and more that it's not so bad as my thoughts are. So I was a week in Connecticut, and everything what I was scared of was definitely not happening. And I was much more happy than I thought. It was a huge, amazing experience. And I think Louise and Stephanie, you guys can support that as well. Um, but what other students also said is that it's a great way to pay off your student loans because the family will pay for housing and for food, and you can earn money at the same time. So you can actually save that money and pay off your student loans. And as you guys already said, it's a huge cultural exchange. You guys will also be connected with German care professionals. Then, of course, firsthand home care experience. We as OTs, you guys know that usually you see your clients like once a week for 45 minutes in a clinic, and then that's it. So it's a huge different experience when you're living with them and yeah, can see them in all kind of situations. Obviously, you get to know more people all over the country. You will get more independent. You, as I said, you save costs for housing and food. You can do professional education, which are job related while you're here. A lot of our care professionals are doing their bachelor's or even their master's while they are abroad with us. You can definitely get another insight of other therapies. I learned a lot about, as I said, the communicator, the computer, in speech therapy, and then my host child has physical therapy. She had hippotherapy with an OT. She had swim therapy with an OT. So I could look all into those therapies, and I could talk to the therapist, and even did internships with them. So it was a great experience to widen my horizon and to see there's so much more out there than just working in the clinic and having the clients once a week. And then obviously, what you guys already said, how much we are supporting you. You have continuous support from Apex. There's always somebody available. I will tell you a little bit about that later again. And of course, it broadens your perspective. I have 2 experience shares from 2 US care professionals. This is one. This is Megan. She is a special needs educator teacher. And she said, being a care professional has been so much fun. It has given me an opportunity to explore new places like New York City and learn new things about the field I want to work in. It has allowed me to connect with so many new people who have given me a new perspective on my career path. So Megan actually stayed with her host family for 4 years. And she had an amazing time. She's still enjoying it. And then we have Ty, which actually is a perfect example because he pursued his bachelor's degree and paid off his student loan at the same time. And he said he had an amazing time with Apex, and it allowed him to grow professionally and personally. And he said it was a unique role that offers one-on-one personalized care. And he said that allowed him to develop a brother-like relationship with his host child and realize that even nonverbal actions, and realize that even through nonverbal actions, that the host child can communicate and show him love in a different way. So far to those 2. What is Apex Social now? Apex Social is a global talent development organization with many different opportunities in America, Australia, Germany, and Austria. And if I would introduce you all of it today, we would still be here tomorrow. So in that presentation, you will always find that QR code, which provides a little bit more information on specific topics we don't cover in detail today. I will send the QR code in a second into the chat as well. Today, we want to focus specifically on the heart of our organization, which is the International and Professional Development Program, where you have the opportunity to relocate in the United States or go to Australia. And you can do that for 12 months, 24 months, or even 4 years like Megan did. And you will live with the host family and develop your professional skills. Let me share that QR code with you guys. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. I brought you a video. We will take a quick look at it, and it will help a little bit to show how our program works. Let me know if it works. If not, please let me know about it.
You provide passion and acceptance and support, and you recognize these children for the beautiful, wonderful creatures that they are.
If you bring out the best of yourself, you're able to also bring out the best of others. And from a care professional perspective, that would be the focus for your host child.
Apex goes far and beyond to find the most wonderful, precious souls to work with our most wonderful, precious souls.
The program helped me professionally, that I could learn a lot about different therapies, which I never worked with in Germany, and I never would get so deep impressions to that.
Und wenn ihr zurückkommt, dann haben wir als Führungskräfte die Chance, von euch zu lernen, mit euch zu lernen und gemeinsam endlich die Arbeitsbedingungen zu schaffen, die wir gemeinsam brauchen, um einen richtig, richtig guten Job zu machen.
We are so grateful for all that you do and your energy and your time, and even the days when you're tired and you just want to collapse, we are indebted to you. So thank you.
human being. You have to be respectful. And I love him with all my heart. I want him to be the best version of himself. You go in and you're like, I'm gonna include this child and I'm gonna be a cheerleader for my family.
I just want to help and support everybody who needs my help, and I can help.
They have the potential to do anything they want. I hope they know that they have support all around, even if they don't think that they do.
To finish with the wise words of my dear host mom, like they say, not all heroes wear capes. True heroes fight the little fights every single day. Thank you.
We need you. Together, we change healthcare and education for the better. Take that first step. Get in touch, message us, join us. Together, we empower children of all abilities.
Okay, I hope that gave you a little bit of a different perspective. I'm sorry if the video was a little bit stuck because my internet is not so great over here today because we had a pretty hard thunderstorm in Connecticut and some trees fall into the power line. So I apologize for that, but I hope you still could see it. If not, I can send the video later in the chat and you can watch it later again. So why should you become an Apex Care professional? What makes our program special is that you work with host families and yet you work in a family with kind of as a private therapist, caregiver, and educator, and you have a fixed employment contract. And about 80% of our host families have children with special needs and are specifically looking for professionals in health and social care. And the work is as diverse as the clients themselves, and you will have the opportunity to integrate your professional skills into the daily life of these families. But you're not only working in the family, obviously, you also have the chance to gain new experience. As I said, you will be part of an interdisciplinary team of various professionals because you can always join the therapies. As I said, my host child had physical therapy, hippotherapy, speech therapy, swimming therapy, and I could be part of all of those therapies. And I also was a little bit responsible to get the therapy work and included it in the daily life of the host child. So, for example, with the physical therapist, we had the goal that she will alternately go up the stairs by herself. So what we did every time we went up the stairs, she went up the stairs in a different way, sometimes backwards, diagonal, sideways. So we were strengthening her attention and her strength of her legs, always in a different way, going up the stairs. And because I could implement that goal so fast and so good in the daily life, the goal was reached in like a month, which usually, if you already worked in the clinic, you know how it is, how long it can take until kids reach their goals and their potentials. But if you have a therapist living with you and seeing all the movements of the child or whatever they're doing in a different way and can focus them on the therapy wise and on the therapy side, it's so helpful. So yeah, you will collaborate definitely with the local therapists, and they are always there also to support you. You don't substitute them, you just support them. You obviously do your therapy at home as well, but the therapies which are already in place, they will stay in place and you don't substitute them, you just support them. So that is very important to know that as well. But at the same time, it's not all about working, it's also about traveling, meeting amazing people, and explore the country, obviously. And I can tell you guys, I was on the go every weekend. I went to Alaska, I went to Hawaii, California, Seattle, I went to Texas, I went to Florida. Florida. I went to Canada. I went to what else? New Hampshire, Vermont. So you can see I really, really traveled a lot. Also, I travel a lot with my host family, but mainly also because I did weekend trips. So there's definitely also enough time for you guys to explore the country and, travel around it. Any questions so far to that right now? Doesn't seem like it's perfect. Okay, then let's look into one of our host families. I will share a different tab with you. Here we go. This is the My Apex profile. When you sign up with us, you will start to fill out that profile, and that shows just a couple information about you, about your educational skills. You load up some pictures. You will do the color code, which is a personality test to see how you best communicate with other people. The host families will do that color code as well. And that actually helps a lot to see how people better can receive feedback and how you communicate with them successfully. Then you will put in the childcare experience. If you want to be part of our program, you need to work 400 hours with kids before. But you can reach those hours with the pediatric internship you have to do, or babysitting, or if you have a little sister or brother you're taking care of. So it's very easy to achieve those childcare experiences. And then when you scroll down, you could also already click on it today on search host families. And then you will see all the host families which are right now in the program and searching for a care professional. I already choose one family for us. They are actually looking for a new care professional in July, and that is Megan's family. You saw Megan already a little bit earlier in the presentation. And as I said, she was with them for the last 4 years, as you can see. And they have 2 kids. One is 21, one is 19, and one of them has autism. And here are some informations like how do they live. They have a little dog. They have no dietary restrictions. They love to cook and dining out and golfing. Their color code is blue. You will understand later more about that when you do the color codes. And then if you scroll down, you always see a letter from your host family to you as their future care professional. And yeah, you can see the 20-year-old boy, Kirtan, has autism with 21 years old. And you will see in those letters a lot of information. And I don't even want to tell you everything about it, but a little bit what your possibilities are. As you can see here, he has ABA therapy, and you can join him at those therapy sessions, and you can learn from them and talk to them a lot. There are multiple volunteer opportunities in their community. What else? They have a daily schedule. I can tell you a little bit about my schedule. Usually it is like that you wake up the kids and you get them ready for school, make them maybe the lunch boxes, and then while they're in school, you're off and you can do whatever you want. I went to the gym, for example, or I was meeting other care professionals. That's up to you because it's your free time. You can decide. And then you will pick the kids up from school, or they come home with the bus. And then you will go with them to the afternoon activities and shadow them in the therapies or, at their hobbies. And then you will come home and then you have dinner with the whole family. That's how it was in my family. Of course, it depends a little bit on the family and also what you guys want. When you're interviewing families, you really can choose what you want and what is important for you. And if you're, we have families which have nannies during the week and they need you more on the weekend. Then we have other families where you only need to work during the week. It really depends on you, how you like to work and what are your preferences. And yeah, you can ask all of that in the interviews. What else? I wanted to see some of our families also, for example, join the NAPA Center. I don't know if you heard about that yet, but it's an intensive rehab center where kids do like 3-week programs. A lot of our families go there with their kids, and you can join them for the whole 3 weeks. Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities. Our families, have a lot of connections because they have been with the kids for so long, and they know a lot of therapists, a lot of scientists. For example, my host family is very into the research of Rett syndrome, and they raise a lot of money for it. So they have also contact to the scientists and the doctors which are working right now on your gene therapy. And I was able actually to talk to them, to ask them questions. So that was a unique opportunity. I never thought of I could have that. So that was very, very interesting. Down here is a little bit of a summary of your job description, and to see, as I said, as a summary, but you will definitely have a private bedroom and usually a private bathroom as well. There will be transportations available, like you have your own car usually. Yeah, that's so far it to the family. Okie dokie. What else I wanted to say about that? Yeah, you definitely don't go into just families which say, hey, we need a care professional. We need to make sure, or we are making sure, that you will live in a safe environment. All our families are very fortunate, luckily. So you're definitely always in a great area. We as social area directors, I will tell you a little bit what it is. With an area directors, we have to drive to the host families, to their home, and to see your room and talk to them in person. So we actually make sure that you are living in a great environment, and that this family actually also fits to our program. We don't take every care professional. We also don't take every host family. It's more about, like, if they fit to the program, if they are holding the boundaries, if they're following the rules, and if their mindset is also fitting to our program. That is very important for us. Great. Now, where are we all located? So in US, we are represented in over 40 regions, mostly on the East and on the West Coast. And you can decide a little bit where you want to go. You can live in the middle of New York City, or you can be a little bit more in rural regions, like in Connecticut, for example. It's up to you. But for us, it's very important that the family fits to you, because it doesn't make sense if you're sitting in California, beautiful on the beach, but you don't feel home in your family and you have a lot of problems with them. So it's very important for us that we find the right family for you and that it is a great fit, instead of like only focusing on the region. Don't you worry, we will support you with all of it, with the matching, with the interviews. We have families in America, in Washington, D.C., in Los Angeles, in Miami, in San Francisco, in New York, and in Denver, and a lot more, obviously. Okay, let's talk about the community. So you guys mentioned in the beginning how much can Apex support you. And I can tell you guys, you will be connected with us from the very beginning on. We will help you to fill out your profile, which I showed you in the beginning. Then we will help you definitely to find the right family. So we are supporting you in the matching process. We will talk to families. We will talk to you. What are your preferences, where you want to go? And we will make sure that you have the right fit. And then if you found your perfect family and match with a family, we will implement you into groups from care professionals which are around your area, and we will connect you with them so you're never alone and you always have a coach from Apex by your side. On top of that, we have monthly meetups where we meet up with all care professionals in the different states. And you can decide what you want to do. For example, they went or met up for a canoe drive. Those ones for yoga. They met for bowling. These ones for ice skating. They are, watched the cherry blossom season or enjoyed the cherry blossom season in Washington, D.C. They went to the Antelope Canyon in Arizona. And we actually also met up at the Rett Syndrome Gala in Los Angeles. And another picture of the AOTA. So there are many, many opportunities for you to meet with other care professionals, to connect with them. And I can tell you guys, you are never alone. On top of those meetups, we also do monthly check-ins. So we have a call with you, and we also have a separate call with your host family just to check in if everything is all right. If you need anything, any support, we are here for you, and we make sure that you have a great time. I have another video of Megan, actually, where she's telling us a little bit about her experience. Let's have a look at that.
My host child he's going to be 20. He has severe autism and Tourette's, and he's like my best friend. He's just like me. He's always like, can we go to the pool and have chips? And I'm like, of course, that sounds like the perfect day. My name's Meg, and I'm 24, and I am a care professional in New Jersey. I studied early childhood education at the University of Massachusetts, Boston, and I'm in my second year as a care professional with the same host family. As a care professional, I think structure is the most important part of any day, especially with a child with autism. He has ABA therapy, and they just help him with life skills, working on like social skills too, and then he goes to speech and OT. So I work with both of his ABA specialists. They come to the house, so I'm able to talk to them about the progress he's making, and then I tell them about what we're working on. So if he's maybe struggling in one area, then they can work on that, and if they want to focus on something else, then I can help. So I'm able to do those things with him at home so that he can improve in his sessions. Apex still reaches out every month, and even when I was making the move, they made sure it was comfortable. Every month we have a meetup, and she makes sure that as many people can come as possible. Every time we have a meetup, she brings us snacks. There was a boy who went to the school and his mom needed some extra help, so I started helping her family, and they had a care professional from Apex. When I graduated college, this family told me about Apex opening the American program, and I was like, oh, I want to do that, and that's how I heard about Apex. Working for Apex, it makes me feel very at peace and safe knowing that I have this organization behind me that you can fall back on them and they'll support you. It's really nice. Not having living expenses and not having to pay for really anything is a big benefit, especially after college. All through college I was paying all these bills and I had all these loans. If you do it correctly, you can save up enough, and I ended up paying off my student loans. I have become a lot more confident because when I made the move, even though I'm only 4 hours away from home, I didn't know anybody. I went everywhere by myself, and I just started talking to people, and I really came out of my shell, I think. I'm much more ambitious. I will go after things that I want now. I feel like I've found a voice. I've always been friendly, but now I'm more talkative. Everything he does I'm proud of, because he's living life, and he's living every moment of life.
need you. Together, we change healthcare and education for the better. Take that first step. Get in touch. Message us. Join us. Together, we empower children of all abilities.
Okay, I hope that gave you also another perspective. And yeah, as I said, actually, Megan's family is searching for a new care professional. So if you want, you can meet Megan in person and talk to her and how her experience was as a care professional. So I'm very excited. Hopefully, yeah, you will get to meet her because she's a wonderful person. And as I said, she can share so much about her experience here in the US. Let's talk a little bit about volunteering. As I mentioned earlier, the year is not only for you to work, it's also to experience a lot more. And a lot of our families have, as I said, a lot of connections, and there are a lot of volunteer opportunities within the US. And as I said, the Napa Center is one. Then for example, in California, we have a partner, the Magnet Hospital in California. So that will be an opportunity for you to make an internship or, as I said, volunteer over there. Then we have a lot of connections to local rehab centers. I will show you in a little bit the partner page we have, but in every state, every region has a lot of partners in the state. And this is a great opportunity for you to just look into their program or their clinic and to get more knowledge for you, and you can volunteer over there. Another thing is we offer a dolphin therapy center at the dolphin. We offer volunteering, at the Dolphin Therapy Center in Curacao after you finish your program in the US. So a lot of our alumni are actually going there for 3 months. And yeah, can see how dolphin therapy works with OT, with physical therapy, with speech therapy. It's very, very interesting. Then, of course, you can also do continued educational courses. All certificates, transcript, and reference can be added to your resume. And these are additional qualifications that no one can take away from you. So you will definitely have a lot of time to do those courses. Myself actually did, for example, courses at Stanford University or Yale University, and I did a travel class to Hawaii. A lot of our care professionals, as I said, doing continued educational courses, for example, in their field for anatomy, or they're doing ABA therapy. So there are so many opportunities, and we will support you whatever you need to reach your goal and really to pursue your career. And we support you and motivate you to really use the year or maybe the 2 years or 4 years for yourself and to develop a lot more in your professional and your personal life. Here you can see our partners. We have a lot of American partners, as I say. If you scan that QR code, you come to our partner website where you can see in every state selected where are our partners. As I said, we have a partnership with a Magnet Hospital, with Swim Angelfish, which provides swimming classes for kids with special needs. Then Imaginable, I'm pretty sure you saw that at the AOTA, the Napa Center. And obviously we have a couple German partners as well. These are mostly German universities, but also hospitals. So this is also an opportunity for you to connect to them. You can even make courses at their university. You can also go to Germany and visit our partners. This is a great opportunity, as I said, to learn a lot more for your professional life. What is now included in our program? So when you are done with filling out your profile, which I showed you earlier, and want to activate it so the host families can see your profile, there will be an activation fee of $50. And after you're activated, you can start the magic progress and do interviews with the host families. And when you have matched with a host family and found your right family, there will be a program fee of $2,400. But very, very important, included in that is already a round trip flight. Then the preparation with Apex, you will get another course about how it is to live with the family, how you can communicate best, and all kinds of things. Then you always have a local support on your side. So there's always somebody near you, which is living like 1 hour, at least 1 hour near you. So if something happens, they can always come to your house or support you. As I said, you're never alone. Then you can do the 12-month program, obviously, but you can extend up to 4 years. You have free accommodation and meals with the host family. You will have a $500 educational stipend for college courses, and you earn money, and you will actually at least get $2,000 per month. A lot of our families pay more, and it's a little bit about you, obviously, about negotiation and stuff like that, about your qualifications, your experiences. But this is really the amount you have left in the end of the month, and you don't have to pay any other bills with that. So you really can use that money for whatever you want for. So I can tell you guys, and I'm pretty sure Stephanie and Louisa agree with that we really lived a great life with it and never had problems with the financials. Okay. I hope you today have gotten a sense of how fulfilling it can be to discover the world and to take new paths and grow both personally and professionally. And I have shared a lot already, so let me summarize a little bit what the program is about. As I said, with minimal financial effort, you have the opportunity to have an unforgettable year abroad in Australia or US in a different state. And you will go as a trained occupational therapist, and you will come back with a lot more experiences, and you will be ready to apply them in your home state and shape a little bit the healthcare system at your environment. And for me, and I'm thinking that I'm speaking also for Louisa and Stephanie, this journey was one of the most valuable experiences of my life. And I really encourage you to consider taking that step, at least thinking about it. And today you don't have to decide if you want to do it or if you want to get on an airplane today, but it's all about getting a little bit inspired and exploring all the opportunities which are available for you. That's a QR code I sent into the chat. But also, if you're interested, you can also already book a consultation with our US how I say it, my US colleague, which is responsible for our US program. So she can answer you a lot of more questions. But I can also answer you right now all the questions, and maybe Stephanie and Louisa can also tell a little bit about their experience. I will give you the opportunity now, to ask questions. And thank you so much for being here and for giving me a little bit of your time that I can really explain you the program and how everything works. And the biggest take-home message for you is opportunities like this don't come around every day, and going abroad is so much more than just traveling. And it's about personal growth and professional development, independence, confidence, and really creating unforgettable experiences and connections. And you have such valuable skills and qualifications for your work. And this program gives you the chance to use those skills internationally and gain hands-on experience and explore the world at the same time. So thank you for your time, for your openness and interest. And hopefully I will see you soon as a part of Apex, but I will give you now the opportunity to ask us some questions. Sarah, you already asked a question. Is it the same contact of questions about the Australia opportunities? Yes, it's the same thing, how everything works. Was that your question? Does that answer your question, Sarah?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yes, of course, sure. Do you have any other questions, Sarah?
Sorry, my Zoom is being weird. I do. So this is like more of a niche question, but I am technically still a student of occupational therapy. So I wasn't sure, like, is this something where like I would need to get my license like in the US first, or like what is kind of the process, or does it matter? If you could speak to that.
Sure. No, you can do it actually while you're still a student. Some of our care professionals finish their programs online. For example, obviously, if you do have courses in person, then we need to find a family which is close to you, obviously.
Mhm.
But if most part of your program is online, that definitely works as well.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do you have any more questions for us?
Not that I can think of right now, but I might email that line later.
Sure. Yeah, that's totally fine. As I said, yeah, email that hello@apex-social.org and we will definitely help you and answer you all the questions. And yeah, thank you, as I said, for your time. And we hope you have a great evening. Thank you also, Stephanie and Louisa.
Thank you.
And yeah, hopefully we will meet you soon or hear from you soon, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for the reminder, because I totally had the wrong time and I would have missed it. So thank you so much. And
Of course.
yeah, you'll definitely at least hear from me over email. So
Awesome. Perfect.
have a good night, or wherever you are.
Thank you.
Have a
You
good, yeah,
too.
evening.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you, Sarah. Bye-bye.